Well, I have Dave Netherstreet with me this morning, and it's the club's open day on the 31st of July. Dave, thanks for joining us, and thanks for agreeing to be interviewed. We've obviously heard a lot from Jay and the players. We thought it might be a good idea just to get a bit of perspective on how the board are viewing things. It's obviously very exciting. We've seen the new pitch this morning, pretty much complete. Could you just update us on the latest on that, Dave?
Yeah, they call it the carpet installer. That's what they call the green 3G pitch as a carpet. And the installer believes that he will be completed by Thursday of next week.
So, well, that's very good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I suppose some might say perhaps we could have played that game, risked it, the first game against Weymouth, but obviously safety says it was better that we switched it.
Yes, the board are very much risk averse on this. If something had gone wrong, which it could well do, it's still got to be tested by the FIFA inspectorate to be passed by them. If it's not passed by them for any reason, you can't play on it. So it was very much a question, bite the bullet, let's swap the first game if we could, and which we're very grateful to Weymouth and the National League for agreeing to. And it seemed a logical step. It does mean problems for the club in a tiny way regarding cash flow, but it's a risk worth taking.
Oh, definitely. Looking slightly further ahead, obviously we know it's going to benefit, we hope, the first team, and there won't be any postponed, or very hopefully won't be any postponed games in terms of weather and all of that kind of thing. But I guess the prize has always been the fact that this club will be in use, we would imagine, 7 days a week or 6 days a week at least. Can you tell us a little bit about who else will be playing on that 3G pitch?
Yes, we hope it will be a 7-day-week operation. We've got Tunbridge Juniors who will be training on there. They'll be using the pitch quite a bit. We also have our under-18s playing on there without fear of games being called off. They'll be training. We've got soccer sixes who will be playing on here. And we haven't actually advertised it yet for hire. The website for that will be going out probably either the beginning of the following week, I believe. But yes, it's very hopeful. There's been an awful lot of interest, and we really hope that the community will benefit dramatically from this.
So really what you're saying is there's still opportunities for organisations who may want to play football for whatever reason under any particular guise to come along and get time on that pitch.
Yes, we would hope people walking football would be interested. There's a lot of disability football going on. The big problem we have is that the most popular slots are already gone. So it's a question of people choosing a time which is convenient for them. And we're very hopeful that we'll be providing a massive service.
And of course, as we speak, we're just 4 or 5 hours away from a huge match at Wembley involving ladies.
Yes.
Can we see opportunities there for perhaps for an Angels ladies side in the future?
Most certainly. We did have a successful ladies side, but due to circumstances that fell away. And what we'd like to do, well, what I would like to do, I haven't actually fully discussed it with the fellow members of the board, is to set up, virtually from start, a girls' football side. So then come through the stages and the leagues and the age groups. And the aim, I would hope, would be something like Lewis.
No, definitely. It's a very good example to be following. Just sort of moving away from football a little bit, events. We've had a number of events, obviously, during the summer, which I believe have been successful, and presumably you'd want to see that carrying on.
The events are a major part of the club. People get fed up with me harping on about us being a community club. Our income has to come from generation of events and also from the pitch to make us sustainable. We're a great devotee at the club. You have sustainability. Now, clubs cannot survive on handouts all the time. So we've got to make a special effort, and which is why we made alterations within the club's management, employment, to bring in people on a full-time basis to be able to generate this income, which will help the club grow and hopefully be around for at least another 70, 75 years.
That would be good. Long after our time, Dave.
Yes.
That would be nice. That would be nice to think about.
Yes.
I suppose, in a way, it's interesting you mentioned about the full-time employees. Is that the direction the club will go? After all, we've been a National League side now. Will be crikey, our third season, I think, back in the National League. Is that the? Do we see more people being employed full-time? Is that the direction the club probably has to go to enable it to become more efficient and more worthy of a National League status?
Yes, it is. We will become employed within the Tunbridge area. As we grow and build and become stronger, we will need more people to help run the club. We've been surviving, as you well know, Jim, of being an ex-member of the board for many years on volunteers. And lots of our volunteers are, how can I say, maturing, and it's very difficult to find people to come through to help the club in such a voluntary manner, and also the time that is required to run the club is phenomenal, and to employ people who are specialists in their area will ease the burden on the board, so the board can concentrate on, as the word goes, directing the club to achieve its potential.
Oh, definitely. That sounds very, very positive. Looking into the future, a little glimpse into the years ahead, which we hope will continue to be successful for the Angels. And who knows? Maybe we will get to the top level of non-league football in the fullness of time. We have a new manager, a number of new players. Some of the older ones are still with us, which is good. And I'm sure we're all hoping and expecting in the seasons to come to continue to move up the pyramid.
I would like to thank everybody who, over the years, has enabled the club to build on what had gone before. And nothing here has been done which is negative, I feel. We've always taken a step forwards. If we start going backwards, well, you can't do that. Everything's got to be positive, go forward. And we've been very lucky as a club. People do tend to like the club. People do come back. Yes, there are fallouts, but eventually at the end of the day, the club is part of the community, and the community is a very big place, so hopefully we'll be fine.
Thanks very much, Dave. Much appreciated. Thanks for your time.
Cheers.